we see crap like this, you got to do something.
Don't fool yourself. We still in slavery.
We being hanged, we being killed, and they love doing it.
Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters, Most High in Christ bless you, Most High in Christ bless. Glad to be back.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be
Yes, sir.
back. We're going to
Yes,
get
sir.
right into it, but let me move around the room a little bit.
Hey.
Bishop, y'all stop here.
Hey, we
Let's
glad
come
to
on
have
with
you
it.
back, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Most
Yes,
High
sir.
in
All
Christ
praises.
bless.
All praises.
All praise to the Lord.
Hey, Officer Eli, go ahead.
Come on.
Hey, shalom, officer.
Hey.
Officer Leon, Most High Christ bless.
Hey,
Officer like him. Shalom. Most High
regular
Christ
crew here. Regular
All right,
crew
all
here.
praises to the Lord. All praises to the Lord. Let's get the disclaimer out the way.
Israel United in Christ. We are not a hate group. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Israel United in Christ is a nonviolent, Bible-based movement. We do not advocate or condone any acts of violence against any race, ethnicity, or gender. We advise that if anyone hears or knows of any plots to cause harm to anyone or to break the laws of the land, you must contact the proper authorities to bring awareness to any possible threat, as stated in Leviticus chapter 5, verse 1, King James Version.
All praise to the Most High. So once again, first of all, let me say shalom to my brothers and sisters that are out there that's watching us on YouTube, that's watching us on the various streams that we have. I understand that we may have some other platforms that we are streaming on as well. So I want to thank my brothers and sisters for tuning in. And one other thing also, you see that little thing on the side? I was saying this last Sabbath. I said I got to do the Deacon Malachi thing here. Where's that thing at? We need your support, brothers and sisters. Subscribe. That's one of the subscribe to the Bible, the Book of our Fathers, that channel,
Right.
as well as support the Booster Club. That's what this is about here. Okay. Man, this thing is tricky. I used to laugh at him when he used to do it, but this thing is hard as hell trying to get this thing going. So all praise to the Lord. Let's keep this truth going, and you'll find out how important it is that we keep the faith. We keep the commandments and the faith of Jesus the Christ. So that's what I pretty much want to solidify with this episode today. Last week, 6 p.m., I was in Dallas,
Right.
and I taught a class. And the class primarily, what was the title of the class last week? I forget.
I got it.
What was it? What was the title of it? Because I know what I dealt with, but I just don't remember.
Nation.
Right. I remember now. A change of world after a change of nation, meaning the nation, meaning us. So that's what I was talking about. I was primarily trying to focus on what we need to do to make sure that we get the kingdom and not be so worried about everything else that's on the outside of our requirements. Our requirements, give me that in the Bible, what the Lord require of thee. Let's read that. Let's get this Bible going on in here. Okay, let's get this Bible going. Let's read that.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
The Most High require us to keep his commandments. That's what he requires. Now, all of the other things that we do are important. We do pay attention to the current events. We pay attention to the politics and the different things that's going on all around this globe, and sensational headlines and all of that. And it's good to know these things, as we all are required to know. You got to know. Be not ignorant in a small matter or large. So you must know these things. But what did that Bible say?
And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does the Lord require of us, the Israelites? What does he require of us? Listen.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
That's what the Lord requires of us, to keep the commandments of the Lord. I was about to, you know me, I get distracted very easily.
Uh-oh.
I'm drinking water, and is there a way when I'm, if I'm doing something that's not exactly photogenic, get the camera off of me, okay?
Come on, brothers. Let's
All
go.
right, come on. So y'all pay attention to that stuff up in there. It's been a while since I've been here, but here I go
know,
again.
I know.
And a lot of people on the outside, and my mic is popping. A lot of people on the outside don't really know that when y'all be on the set, I be watching. I'm watching, and I'm sending y'all laughing because y'all know I be like
getting the messages.
I'm sending the messages in because I'm watching as the viewers watch.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I'm paying attention to the way the viewers. I'm
Right,
putting
right.
myself in their shoes.
Yes,
They
sir.
don't want no crappy program. They want the stuff to look good.
Right.
And we have to, like I said last week, we have to make sure that we maintain our best. No mediocrity, no halfway, nothing. Everything's supposed to be tip top. That's how we have to roll. That's how we have to be. So I'm looking for that. I look for that, and I demand that. I'm sorry. I demand it. That's what I need. And that's what we need to demand of each other.
That's
You all
right.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In the spirit of Jesus now. But we have to demand these things. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm just throwing those things out there. Read that again.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
The Lord said that what's required of us is to keep the commandments of the Most High. That's what's required of us. So although it is important to know all of these things and to be excited about the different headlines and all that, because these things are sensational, make big, get a lot of views and all that, which is good because it brings the people in. And when the people come in, you can give them the gospel. So, again, I'm not taking away from any of that at all. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about some headlines. But my point is the main focus needs to be on us. Needs to be on us. Did we finish the scripture?
Almost. And his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Read it again for him, the whole thing.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
So this is what the requirement of the Lord requires of us, is for us to keep the commandments of the Lord. Go ahead.
And his statutes.
And his statutes. Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day.
Which the Lord commanded us this day when he told Moses to give us the commandments. Go ahead.
For thy good.
For our good. And listen, if we want good, we got to do what the Bible says in order
Right.
to get good.
Right.
Got to.
Got to. Come on.
That was all.
Okay. Put the thumbnail up there, the title. Okay, let's get the title up there. This is the reason why I'm bringing it out this way. Did y'all get it? Y'all should have it. All right, come on now. Don't make me look crazy. Hey, listen, I didn't put it up there because I figured y'all had it. Y'all all right? All right, I got to break y'all back in. I know y'all got a little rusty, but let's get it together. Okay, tonight's topic is the battle within before the battle without, meaning on the outside. The main focus of this is for us to do self-introspection, checking out how we are internally. Because if we're not right internally, you can forget about the outside. You can know all kind of stuff, but all kind of prophecies, deep mysteries, dark sayings, breakdowns. You can have all of that, but then you get taken out by adultery. Then you get taken out by fornication. Then you get taken out by drunkenness. You get taken out about being a striker. Simple stuff. I won't call it simple, but those be the basic rudiment problems that we suffer from. We suffer those things.
The moral law.
The moral law. That's the thing. Those moral laws is what our hang-ups is about. So we
like
need
that
to get
thumbnail.
right. That thumbnail is fire. Shout out to the brothers and the sisters who put this thing together, because it is a battle. And you see the brother in the corner with the rubbing his head, because that's where
Right.
that's where the real war is. He's like, I got to work these things out.
He said the just one drink.
Right.
Hey, y'all did a good job with that thumbnail. Very good job.
So all praise to the Lord. All praise to the Lord. So now, getting into the class. So the battle within has to come before the battle on the outside, before we can deal with the outside things. Although we are excited about talking about the headlines and different current events, as we would say, about things around the world, everywhere, you have to deal with the inside first.
Right.
And that's what I want to focus on. But we're still going to talk about some things that are external, which are a benefit to us. But if we're not ready, then you're going to miss that gospel ship. Nobody knows what I'm talking about when I said that gospel shit. Remember
On
in New York?
that good old.
You remember Sister Mahida
Yes,
made
right.
that
Sister
song?
Mahida. Yes,
Yes. You gotta get on that
Right,
good
right.
old gospel shit. Because if you don't have your mind right, you ain't going.
No.
No matter what you know, well, no matter how well you can prophesy and all the rest of it, you become a castaway because because your spirit ain't right.
Damn.
So think about that. That's what I'm going to talk about. Okay. So we see what's happening in the news. We have tensions in many areas of this society, or our society, as we would say. Society all over the world breaking out. You got all kinds of things happening. I'm just going to show you, just going to put some flash headlines up on the screen because these are things that people are talking about, right? So these particular things, like, for instance, you see this one here. You got Trump. This is, what is this, Reuters? That's how you pronounce that?
I think Reuters. Maybe.
Reuters, right. Reuters, the news. We're going in, Trump said, sending in the National Guard troops into Chicago. Give me the next one. We're just going to roll through these things. Now, remember, it was a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
I was bringing that out. I said D.C. was a testing ground.
That's right.
Okay, and then I compared it to what they did in Panama and the Panama deception.
You said
it was
that in
a
Raleigh.
It was in Raleigh. Thank you.
Right.
It was a testing ground. Now you see what he's talking about. He's ready. That was just to get it in your mind, put it on the screen much as possible so people get used to it, because that's what's getting ready to come down the pike. Okay, look at that one. Go to the next one. You got going in. Just another part of what Trump is talking about. And everybody's mad at Trump. What you mad at Trump for? Trump is no different from all the rest of them.
Right,
You're
right.
going to find that out.
That's right.
Go ahead. What's the next one? Getting them headlines. Okay, this was I think he's the mayor or the governor of Chicago. Pritzker. Trump preparing to deploy, no, not Chicago, of Texas. Of Texas.
To Illinois.
To Illinois. Right. Deployed Texas. I've been seeing him a lot. I just forget what city and state he's from.
Yeah,
but I've been
Illinois
seeing
governor,
him. Right,
J.B.
he's
Pritzker, yep.
okay. So I got it right. But so he was making a point. He said, preparing to deploy Texas National Guard troops to Illinois. Okay, give me the next one. Now these are things that are worth talking about. Everybody's excited about. But what good is it to be excited about these things and you are an adulterer?
Damn.
Man. You are a drunkard.
Right.
You are a striker. You are a fornicator. You are a liar. What good is that? Okay. Here's another one. It's happening here. Ezra Klein writes with Bradley Bolko. This is some news platform. Trump is building his own parliamentary force. Okay. Now that's what they're saying. But go ahead. What you got?
What I was going to say, Bishop, is I was speaking to one of the officers on the way down, and we were talking about viewership.
Yeah.
And I remember you might have said something some years back, and we was talking about like this particular thing, 599,000 views.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody wants to see what this is about.
But nobody's checking their own record.
But then you'll have classes, prepare your mind, whatever. Like, I forgot the class that Bishop did, like being born again, something like that.
Right. Plenty of them.
It was one of those classes that had
like
10,000 views. Bishop pulled up, it had like 10,000 views. And he said, look at this class. I remember Deacon Isaac did the chariots. 200,000 views, but Bishop had a class that dealt with dealing with something in your spirit. And it had 10,000 views. Because the things that you need to meditate on, it's not as appealing. You don't want to drink that cup of water.
We don't like morality. That's how they think. We don't like morality and civility. Oh no.
Man.
But go ahead, Bishop. I didn't want to sidetrack.
No. You're open. I needed to be open. As a matter of fact, Deacon Joshua and myself, we've been having conversations about this. I guess, I don't know how to really call it. This culture. How I'm talking about the black culture, Israelites and everyone, and we're excited about certain things, and then certain things we're not so so excited about. Now this is not mainly IUIC, because the majority, damn near all of us, are about keeping these commandments. So I'm not going to make it sound like I'm talking about us. We are about the commandments. You understand? But every once in a while, we have to pull each other's coat when we see them starting to wane a little bit. So that's my point. So that's the reason why I'm speaking about it in particular. But outside of us, you really have a problem. We're much about sensationalizing headlines and things of that sort, but we will never really put the focus on us. Never really. You know what? I saw a clip. I'll just say this here. Bishop had put a clip up on one of our groups, and it goes way back. You had Giuliani and Eric Michael. What's his name? Michael Dyson. Michael, right? And they were talking about the crime in New York. I have it somewhere. I didn't even put it in the lineup, but Giuliani was hitting Eric Dyson with the hardcore facts. He said, "Are you complaining about the cops? You complaining about the police presence and this and that and the other? Tell your people to stop killing each other." And that basically shut the whole argument down. Now, you know, Mike could talk now. He could make it sound smooth and all that, but the point was valid as can be. Tell your people to stop killing such and such, and we won't have these problems.
Right.
You understand? And then we can put the police somewhere else. That's what he said. Now, Giuliani's the devil. Don't get me wrong. I'm not justifying anything that he said. But, again, we tend to take the accountability factor off of our own and want to do things externally and pay attention to things on the outside rather than looking at what's going on internally. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Okay? So we got that going on. What's the next slide? Okay. Now these are some of the things that I just happened to just catch. People are posting these things up on Twitter, different areas like this. This is Esau doing this now. What did it say? This is showing you that there's a hatred for black folks. Okay. And I again, if I point to the fact that if we don't start really dealing with each other in the right sense, where the Lord can really have the real proper favor on us, we're going to be caught up in a climate of hate, and we're going to lose. The Lord wants us to get our spirits right so that He could step in and really, really do some work in protecting the nation of Israel, because you have a climate of hate that's happening all over. A climate of hate against us in IUIC, a climate of hate that's being leveled against our brothers, our sisters, everybody. We are underneath that cloud right now. So we need the Lord more than ever. We need the Most High more than ever. We need to be able to get much more closer to Him by doing exactly what He told us to do. Keep His commandments in the faith of Christ and come together and organize among ourselves. And the Lord said that He will step in and help us when we do that. Okay? That's what we need to do. Now, I'm not taking away from all the other things that we need to do, but we need to make sure that our focus is on us getting ourselves right, because at the end of the day, what got us into this mess in the first place? Us breaking the commandments of the Lord. That's how we got here. So let us never forget that, okay? Yes, sir. All right, what that say there? This is what they said. This is American progress.
A heritage to be proud of. A homeland worth defending.
Now look what they got flying through the air. Zoom in on that picture. Zoom in. Could you zoom in? Let's see what we're looking at. Okay, that's supposed to be the settlers taking this country away from Gad, taking this country away from Issachar. And that's what they're doing, okay? You can see little war scenes down at the bottom, and they got the quote-unquote white angel flying over as if this is really their country. This is the hatred that's really being leveled out against our people. Damn. We need to understand these things. And this thing is all over the place. I just happened to catch this, okay? What's the next one? I'm just showing you the little bits of stuff. Look at this here. Which way, American man? Join ICE. Look at this.
JoinIce.gov.
So what is their message? What that sign say, that little directional sign up there? It says, America needs you to join ICE now. What's the message? Get rid of the so-called nukas and the what they call the speaks. Right. They want to get rid of our people. Yep. Okay? They stole the land, but they said that we don't want you here. Okay?
Ukraine can stay.
Yeah, exactly. Ukraine is fine. Right, there's no problem with Ukraine, but no, we don't want you. Right. And there's a reason for that, by the way. It's because the higher-ups know who we are. Okay? They are the ones that painted this cloud, this climate of hatred against us. No matter what we do no matter what we do, they're going to always foster a narrative that is going to incite violence against us. They'll make up stuff, bring up stories, even though it's been proven that we had nothing to do with certain situations. They'll bring it up anyway and rehash it, throw it back out there, and try to sully us again. Propaganda. Why? Because they know that we're the Israelites. Now, a lot of people might be trying to figure out where I'm going. You know, I always got to have some good news for you. But the good news is only contingent upon your serious keeping of the commandments. Upon your serious keeping of the commandments, okay? I got to make a point because I'm hearing a lot of popping. That mixer has compression on it. I'm sorry, brothers and sisters. The compression needs to be turned up because it's popping too much. And if I can hear it, I know the people can hear it, okay? There's compression on those channels. Learn how to use those. Okay? All right. What's the next slide? Okay, here's another part of the headlines. The Epstein. They're talking about the relationship between Trump and Epstein. They're trying to make everybody's excited about that. Again, this has nothing to do with whether we're going to get the kingdom or not. And yes, it is good. It's good to know this, the politics and all that, to know a little something about it. But at the end of the day, what's going to make sure that we are found in the good graces of the Lord is when we are found to be keeping his commandments.
Right.
In the faith of Jesus the Christ. Let me say it that way to make sure that nobody falls off the horse. What's the next one? About Trump brazenly prayed. What that thing said? Brazenly preyed on me as Epstein watched. Damn, everybody went 1.2 million views 1 month ago. Man. Okay, so that's sensational news. What's the next one? Lord have mercy. I posted that and didn't even read it. Well, I had to look at that one again. The shock value, even on me, and I put it up there. Give me the next one.
Since you watched it, Bishop.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't watch these. I just put the thumbnails up there.
No, said he watched.
He watched it.
This woman get
fired. He said he watched. He just watched it. But listen to me. Y'all, come on, man. Y'all know how these people are.
Right.
These people are low down nasty. You know that.
Oh,
with a suit on.
Right.
They low down and nasty with a suit.
Profane.
Yeah. That's what the Bible says. Profane. Esau. That's the way they are. Mm-hmm. Epstein files live. Angry and disgusted, another victim breaks silence. I know that's what it was. So she was going to talk about what she went through and all of that, all this kind of stuff. And I can give my my assessment about how all this stuff done. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna leave that alone. That's for another show. But again, these are headlines. Go to the next one. Let's get them all out there. We got another one. Epstein victim speaks. Jeffrey Epstein victims break silence on Capitol Hill. I guess that's what I was going to say.
That's a man.
That's a man. Yeah.
That's a man.
So yeah. So I don't know what to think about that. They had him tied up somewhere. Come on, give it the next one. Pulp Fiction type.
The Gimp.
Damn. Hey.
That's the type of stuff they were dealing with.
They'll do it. What's the next one?
Children of basement.
Here's another one. Look at that. Victim. Now, this is Ghislaine Maxwell. They've been talking about her all over the place. Mm-hmm. She got some years because she was an accomplice or basically the madam that lured the girls to this ring that they were doing. Okay. That's what they said. Okay. That's what's going on. Okay. So that's those headlines. Come on. We got more. Give me the next one. Sensational stuff to talk about. Date with the doctor. My brother, Umar Johnson. Now, I'm not gonna go into that because I don't know the full story with that. Sir. But he's catching a lot of hell from the media. From the black community, rightfully so. You didn't, you collect all this money,
produce,
and they said, wait, where's the building at? Where's the school? We want to see kids in classrooms, all this kind of stuff. So he got a lot of introspection going on with him.
He got tore up.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I'm just not going to jump on the bandwagon, at least not yet. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon. But, again, just like I'm not jumping on the bandwagon of these other situations. But why am I showing this? Because we are excited about talking about these things. I call it basically gossip. We're all over the place. And with talking this, talking that, all over the place, okay? So that's the story with that. Okay, but brother, you should. I will say this here, brother. You should have did your homework on that. You know, that was it was a honorable thing you were trying to do, and I still don't know the ins and outs of it. I'm only going by little pieces of information that I'm hearing. So don't quote me on facts because I don't know the full facts of these things. But you know, when you're dealing with people and donations and stuff like that, you got to make sure that you keep your books right. Make sure that you deal right with the people because the day of reckoning will come. Okay, and you know that's just the way it needs to be.
The day of the reckoning.
The day, yeah, they all over 'em.
But you know,
Talk about
Bishop,
some date 500. That was crazy as hell.
you know, Bishop, everything is we only do that with each other though.
Yeah, there you go.
We only do that with each other, and that's not to make light of
exactly.
You know, his
and I'm
situation.
glad. Don't lose your point. That's the reason why I said I wasn't going to go wild on it because white folks been stealing black people's money for centuries.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it still don't take away from this. So I'm not saying that, you know, but it just shows you that we are selective in our attack on people. So that's all. I'm gonna leave it there.
And black pastors too, Bishop.
Yeah,
They've been
exactly.
taking our money for years.
Yep.
Pastors.
Yep. Exactly. So go ahead. Don't.
No. That was the point. The point is that we'll wholeheartedly, you know, give to other things, you know, pertain outside of our community, regardless of if we know the ins and outs of it. We don't do much research on it. But when it comes to our people, and let's say him for an example, he's been pro-black for a while, in terms of what he teaches and so forth, they want you to open up the whole bank statement before they give you anything, and they scrutinize everything. But when it comes to others, we don't do that.
Yeah, because we have the black skin.
Yeah,
with them, they got carte blanche just by showing up.
Yeah, no level of trust.
No, we don't worry about that kind of thing. So you know, we understand those things. But again, these are things that we want to talk about wholeheartedly. All kind of debates, sit downs, and all of that. Right. And again, we don't look at our internals and how we need to be. Okay. So let me just get on with it. As we see these things. As we see these and many more things unfolding before us, many of us in our community would rather focus on these things as talking points. That's the point that I'm making, rather than prepare for the inevitable reality that's coming as a result of the decadence that is certainly at the height of its run. Damn. We're at the height of foolishness and frolic and foolishness. Now, did I have more? Show that. These are things, and this is a real situation here. FDMG Academy closed.
Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey. That's what it means.
Yeah, this is crazy, you know, and it's unfortunate. It's sad. I really wish that did not have to be the situation. You know, our boys, our brothers, we do need schools. We do need these things, and anybody who's embarking to try to help our people in that, we pray that they are sincere with their efforts, you know, and not be caught out to look like a fraud. You know, we don't want that. So, go ahead. What you gonna say? You had something?
It popped in my head and then it popped out. the thing is you said it earlier, Bishop. We tend to like to gossip. Yeah. You know, and we'll take
the
something.
Tea.
Yeah,
we call it the tea.
The tea. We tend to like to gossip. Give me the scripture where it says, "Talk not of other men's lives."
Yeah, that's a good way of wrapping this part up here. You know, and I mean that will go on as well as everybody else
because, like you said, Bishop, the script you said the scripture. It says, "Be not ignorant in any small or great matter."
Yes, sir.
And the scripture also says, "Watch as well as pray." So we must watch what's going on to be able to pray about the things that we need to go to the Lord for, but at the same time, it shouldn't be our focal point if we're not right in the spirit.
You know, it's amazing that you said pray, because when you said pray, you said watch as well as pray. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people will quote that. And I guarantee you, if you was to ask them exactly what are we watching for, everybody will say for prophecies. Damn near everybody would say prophecies, what's going on in the news. Again, the news, all that. Those things are very important. But the thing that you need to watch for the most is yourself.
Right.
is your own spirit, is your own temptations. That's what you need to really, in addition to the rest of it, you need to watch what's going on internally.
Yes, sir.
And that doesn't really come up too often.
I think what Bishop just said, we can segment away from that and get Peter's. Real
Rock
quick.
19 and 8.
We can say,
Okay.
because the Bishop is just kind of putting that out there. But I think this is the important. 2 Peter's chapter 3, verse 10. 11 is the point.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10.
Did you have that, Bishop? Did you have that?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night,
Uh-huh.
in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
So when we'll see UFOs, we see all of these different things, and we like, oh, yeah, bombs.
There you go.
Right? Go ahead.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yeah.
The elements will be you. You would be the
Right.
damn elements.
Because you made up of those elements.
You would be the elements that will burn up. Okay?
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Damn.
Read.
Seeing then,
It says, so what?
seeing then
It says, seeing that these things are going to happen.
that all these things shall be dissolved,
Uh-huh.
what manner of persons ought ye to be?
So how do you know what manner of person you're supposed to be?
That was in my class last week. Bring it out. Bring
Yes,
it
sir.
out.
Yes, sir. How do you know what manner of person you are when these things happen if there's no introspection?
That's the point. And we're going to hit more on that. But, when we was talking about, you mentioned, I think you said about prayer, right?
Yes,
you
sir.
mentioned
Watch
prayer.
as well as pray. Yes, sir.
Watch as well as pray. I made a note of that. And I was making the point. I said, we need to pray more often. Like we do in IUIC. We make the point 3 times, like the scripture says, Psalms 55:17. Pray 3 times a day. That's what the Lord said. So we need to do that. Okay. But there are times we can pray even and fast. We have an intermittent, we have our volunteer fast and so forth. These things are very important for us to do because these are the things that keep us closer to the Most High. So these are things that we need to continue to practice on. So I made a point. I said that we need to pray more often and mean it. Think about the elements in your own prayers. So I had to write this down. Like when we say the Lord's Prayer, for an example, we'll say, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. So I'm not saying that we don't need to aspire to do better, but don't commit sin to acquire more things. Be content. That's what the Lord is saying, like he told the soldiers, be content with your wages. Don't do evil. Where was I at? Like I said, in the prayer, what's the next part? Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. That part. Lead us not into temptation. Temptation is alcohol. Temptation is fornication. Temptation is lying.
Right.
Temptation is becoming a striker because somebody said something out of the spirit, whatever, and you lose your cool. You lose it all. These are the things, these are the temptations. And we live in a society where Esau tempts us all the time. You understand? Yes, with different things that they send across your phone, different things you come across in the street, whatever. And we get tempted into many things. Get tempted. And it's rough because sometimes you really do want to jump out the spirit and you feel like you need to. You understand? But we have to maintain temperance on how we react. We don't want to foolishly react to things. We don't want to indulge in things that's going to land us in trouble later. We don't want to do that thing. Okay? So lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, from all evil. And then we say, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Those elements in that prayer, we need to really dwell on those and think about the seriousness in those elements in that prayer. Okay? And there's many other prayers. You got the whole book of Psalms loaded with prayers. So we got many prayers that we can bring up. But I'm just using these things as a stage to help us to stay out of trouble. Okay? And I make the point, and I said that we need to also meditate on what we're asking or what we're praying for. Within that prayer, the very same Lord's Prayer, think about what you're literally asking for and meditate on it and think about the behavior that you need to take on that will grant favor from the Lord to actually bless you with it. If you're acting, if you got a particular slothful spirit about something and you calling yourself asking for something, the Lord ain't gonna give it to you, because what you're gonna do, you're gonna consume it upon your own lust. The Lord said you ask amiss, okay? And in a situation where you're married, your husband and the wife need to be on the same accord so that their prayers are not hindered. These are the introspective things that we need to be doing in addition to knowing what's going on out here. So watch as well as pray doesn't just mean outside externally. It means us internally. And this is what gets left out. That's the reason why that alcohol thing, I use that because that's a big one. Like, the alcoholic culture. Yeah. That's what me and the brothers, we were talking about that because we don't really mess with it too much, in terms of understanding what it is. It'll really jam you up if you use it the wrong way. It is a mocker. Yeah. It will do you in. Okay, so you have to. Right. It will jack you up. But we get the social lubricants, the social lubrication. It makes you acceptable in all things, and it quiets our fears and all that kind of anxieties. All of those things go when I got this stuff in me. You understand? And we feel good for the moment, but we don't recognize how many levels and laws we are violating by doing that. Okay? These are the things that we need to pay attention to internally. So that's what I'm saying, that our prayers be not hindered. So my point is, I said that we need to prepare. Although we were going through these headlines and there's many things. You got stuff going on with in Israel and Gaza, bombs and all that. So a whole lot of fighting. I mean, they're going crazy over there, and all that stuff going on. And you got stuff going on all over the planet. And we're catching these things. We're looking at these things and seeing them. And it's important to know about these things. But at the same time, if we're not right internally, what good is it? Have yourself good so that you can actually be an asset to your people, so that we can all collectively get the kingdom in the right sense. And so that 144,000 can really be built, because that's what we need. We need that number to be built based on keeping God's commandments, have our robes cleaned from sin. Okay? Sin. That's what we have to work on. That's what we have to continue to work on. So, again, I make the point. I said, when I say prepare, I'm making a point about not necessarily trying to prepare for Trump going into Chicago, prepare for different things happening in the world, meaning prepare our hearts, get our minds ready. Like the parable says, make the bride ready for the groom. We need to get ourselves together so when Christ come in, we're in a good case. Now, again, I'm not saying not to pay attention to what's on the outside, and it should not automatically be whenever I'm speaking about something that doesn't really get hammered often. Because I know we talk about it on many levels, but I'm really drilling down in that. And by me drilling down in that, it does not automatically mean that I am not talking about dealing with everything else. All those headlines, they're worth talking about. But I want to make the point that we need to focus on what's going on in our spiritual houses. That's the house that we need to really be concerned with. Okay? Let me make this point. While we are focusing on being disciplined in spirit, time is running out on our enemies and our oppressors. They know this. They know the time is running out. Okay? And what does this mean? It means that our enemies are going to turn the heat up on our people, especially those of us who are keeping God's commandments. Mm-hmm. So we, more importantly, need to make sure that we are in perfect sync with the Most High in His commandments. Okay? We're going to need that. Okay? Y'all have something to bring out? Because I had a scripture.
No, go ahead. Yes,
Revelation 12 and 12. Let me just get these scriptures out. I'm about to... Because now I showed you 4 different topics and headlines, but I got one more topic in the headline that's going to be all right, because this has more to do with us. But again, when I bring this 5th one up, it has more to do with us. But again, if we are not connected with the Lord the way we are supposed to be, that fifth subject in headlines is going to be to our detriment for sure. Okay, read Revelation 12 and 12.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
He knoweth that he has but a short time because he's checking out the prophecies too. He's checking it out. He's got all his biblical scholars and all that that's feeding him information. They all know. Listen to me. Esau spies on everything.
Right.
Every broadcast, you had Bishop going through the book of Revelation backwards.
Right.
You know they recorded all of that.
That's right.
They breaking it down and they having secret meetings about it, talking about it and all of that. And then they actually have access to things that we don't have.
Right.
Like we were talking about the Vatican, that Vatican library. I was looking it up. And this thing is like hundreds of miles long
Right.
of ancient books and records and all that stuff. So they know all them secrets and all that. They know what's going on. They have all that stuff hidden among themselves. Okay, so they know that. I should have brought the article up because we were looking at it a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
It's heavy.
You got a Jesuit in there. He's holding the ancient scroll. He said, how did they know that?
Exactly.
They don't
Stuff
have
like
this.
that. Just like when that what's that dude? Sam Kestenbaum from the Forward came to New York.
Right.
And he visited Bishop Nathaniel. And he was talking about, he said, how did you know about these books? How'd you know about these records? Bishop had books up there, and the man said, I know about them books. And these are books that black people don't know nothing about. He knew, damn near he knew what page the information was on. So these people know what the hell's going on. So he was basically sent to find out, how did you guys know this? That's basically what he was asking. How did you guys come to find this information out? That phenomenon, right? That Willie Lynch spoke about. But to your point, yes, that is proper, you know. So read that again. Because he knoweth.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
He knows because he's checking the prophecies out. He's looking at us. He knows that he brought us over here in captivity. He knows the different things that he's done to us. But yet we keep on coming back and we keep rising and we keep getting ourselves together. He said, the Lord has got to be behind these people. For God's sakes, don't let them find out that they're the Israelites. Do not do that. Give them the churches. Give them all the religious lies. Give them anything but the truth. And if the truth emerges, we have to demonize it, say it's a hate group, it's this and that, find all kind of, even manufacture situations to try to sully them to keep people from hearing what we're bringing out, to turn people away from us. That's what the objective is, okay? Because they know everybody has but a short time. Give me verse 17.
Verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which do what?
Which keep the commandments of God.
That's what the powers that be, the Esau and the nations that are enjoying their rule over us as Israelites. Okay, they are enjoying that, and they said that we have to go to war to make sure that they never wake up. Read that statement again.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Went to make war with the remnant of the seed of Israel. Because all of Israel ain't going to wake up. 2/3 of the nation of Israel is not going to repent. They're not going to get themselves right. They're not going to do the right thing to make sure that they are in the good graces of the Lord. Okay? Read.
Which keep the commandments of God.
Which keep the commandments of God. That's the ones that they are really after trying to stop and attack. Go ahead.
And have the testimony of Jesus Christ.
That's what they want to make sure that we don't have the testimony of Jesus Christ. They don't want us to have the knowledge and the relationship with Christ. They don't want us to have any of that at all. Come on, what you got?
No, they don't want us to testify about Christ.
That's it.
Right.
Period.
And we're bringing out Christ as black.
Right. They don't want that.
Want that at all. That's like the main thing, Bishop, I'm noticing.
The-
Christ is not
and-
black. It's like they got to attack us on that all the time.
You know what's heavy about that? Going back to what you said about Umar Johnson. I'm going to use that for an example. We got the Bible. And we have to read and show the Bible in big technicolor, black and white, showing that Christ is a black man. The feet, the hair, the woolly, everything. We have to show that to them, and they still talk about color don't matter. You understand me? But the white man will say Jesus is white. There's not a scripture in the Bible that says that, but yet the so-called black Christians and the whole black community will give their last dime to the white preachers that's teaching lies. That's the point that we was talking about.
Right.
They get instant credibility based on nothing, we have to go all out just to get them to look at the verses that's in the Bible. Ain't that something?
That's right.
That's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, wow. Oh, where am I?
That was
So
17.
yes, sir. So that was 17. Now I'm getting ready to move on to what I'm going to get into. So we're at the point in this society where they like we're saying they're going to levy ought against us. They're going to lies and all of that. They even trying to resurface. I have to bring this up. Our sister Joy Morgan. Okay, you even have people trying to rekindle that. Although we were already cleared in terms of having anything to do with that, and that was unfortunate. And I will say this: she's still our sister.
Right.
You understand? So there's nothing that it's not like we're trying to like not deal with it or whatever. But what happened to her had nothing to really do with IUIC. And the authorities over there cleared it and said IUIC, that we cooperated with the authorities and all of that. And you had nookers that took plane tickets and all of that to go over there to try to stop this truth, want to get rid of IUIC. Even one nooker said, man, if we could get rid of IUIC, we could finally have some peace on this earth. Can you believe that?
Wow. It kind of pisses me off, Bishop, because the organization has nothing to do, regardless, when you have somebody stab somebody on a plane or on a train.
Yep.
You're not looking into what church they go to.
Timothy McVeigh.
Right.
You ride into a whole stadium full of people with bombs on you.
Right.
They're not pulling up what your denomination is.
Right.
That's how you know what Bishop is bringing out. The war
It's on us.
on the remnant of the seed is important because they're not doing that.
Right. And we are aware of that. So we are extra careful to make sure that everybody stay in their right mind. That's why we work so hard to make sure that all of our congregants are keeping the laws of the Most High. That's the reason why we do that, because they are looking for any opportunity to even manufacture an association with evil. And they'll do it. Other organizations, white Christian programs and all that, they can do evil. The Catholic Church, for crying out loud. How many of those young altar boys got their behinds all messed up?
A large percentage,
A
Bishop.
large of them been all fondled and all abused and ripped up.
They just ship them over
And they
here.
just they send Father Baloney to a cathedral.
Father Baloney.
To a cathedral. They tell them, they say, you were caught with your pants down. Literally. They said, what we're going to do, we're going to transfer you to a cathedral in Brussels.
Hey.
And this time, keep your pants up.
Hey, Bishop.
And that's the end of that.
Right.
That's the end of that.
It's not even on the news.
It ain't even on the news. You never hear about it. And you got hundreds of thousands of victims. They running around talking about Epstein and all that. What about all them boys that got their behinds all messed up with these dirty so-called Catholic priests that doing all kind of things with them and got their whole minds all messed up? You don't hear nothing about that at all. But us, who we make even in the BBC thing that they did over there.
Yep.
Did you even had us to come forward and say, listen, we have rules on how members are supposed to congregate and all that. And it was written, and they saw it, and they said, listen, you cannot hold this organization because they did everything by the book, and they cooperated with us. So, but they said, but the world don't know that.
Right.
Even though it was put out there. They said the world don't know that, and we'll wait for it to pass, and we'll lie on them again. The whole point is to retard our progress so that the brothers and sisters cannot repent.
Right. And to that point, to both of y'all's point, no denomination says, oh, we're not really the truth. We're a subsect of it. We're an offshoot. All of them say that they keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus. But only us that actually do are the ones being treated like such.
That's the reason why they didn't like Jesus. That's the reason why they don't like us. Okay, they don't like Jesus. They like Charles Manson. That's what they want. So we're at the point with all this decadence that's going on, lies, all kinds of debauchery and everything going on. We're at the pinnacle of transgressions in the system now. Let's read about it in the Bible. Daniel chapter 8. Daniel chapter 8, verse 23.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 23.
We're going to read the 25. Read
And
this.
in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full.
And in the latter time of their kingdom. We're in their kingdom now, and we are in the latter times. What's happening dictates that. Even with the headlines that we've been showing you, dictate where we are. But my point, again, is not for us to get so wrapped up in the headlines and forget about yourself, because the subject matter here is about transgressions. We can't be so excited about stuff happening all over, but yet we are still participating in transgressions, which is sin. We have to make sure that we keep our spiritual houses in order while we are maintaining a watchful eye on everything that's going on. Remember that. Read that again.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full.
When their sins and their evils, their witchcraft, their lies, all of those things, when the Lord had enough. This is what's in the Revelation. It said her sins have reached under heaven. That's what it's talking about. Her sin, America, Babylon, the great sins have reached to the earlobes of the Most High. And he said, I had enough. That's what it means, come to the full. Read it again.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full.
When the transgressions and the sins and the evils have come to the full, it has reached its end. Go ahead.
A king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
That's Babylon the Great, America. That's what that's talking about. A king, and it ain't talking about no one man particularly. It's talking about all the presidents, all of them. It's talking about this whole kingdom, the governors, all of it. A king with what?
A king of fierce countenance.
Fierce countenance. Look how they deal around the world. Right. Look how they deal with us. Look, I mean, they don't show no favor to old people, young people, nothing. And I'm telling you, they are fierce in how they get down. They throw their own people out on the streets with nothing. Mm-hmm. People that have went and fought in all kinds of wars come back and then they ain't got nothing. You understand? People that have worked their whole lives in these companies and corporations, and then some slickster like the Enron scandal.
Right.
I said something there. Damn. Yep. A lot of people need to check that out. There's this documentary movie. It's called Enron, The Smartest Guys in the Room. You can look it up by that label and check that film out. And about how those people got robbed. White folks, peons, that worked and saved up all kinds of money in their pensions and all of that, and the executives basically told them to invest all their money in Enron stock, knowing that the stock was going down. So they cashed it all out before it fell to zero, and would not even allow the people who was a part who was patrons of the funds. They couldn't even get their money out. They were locked out of their own accounts. Meanwhile, the top execs were cashing in billions and billions and billions of dollars. I'm talking about something like $600 billion. Money like that. Big money of these people's. So that's what you call some serious evil. So when these people say they don't give a damn, they don't give a damn.
They stand on it.
They stand on it. They mean it. Okay? So when it said a fierce countenance, I'm just using that as an example. But look at what they did to us.
Right.
In the ghettos, the drugs, the murders, the burning of our homes, KKK and all that, the dropping bombs on our towns, okay, the draggings in the streets and all those kinds of things. This is stuff that they do. This is stuff that they do. And this is easy to do. They go to sleep like it's nothing. Wow. Read.
And understanding dark sentences.
They understand dark sentences. They believe in, not only do they go into the deepness of the scriptures in terms of what they can get, because they can't get it all, but they get certain amounts of it because they line it up with history. They got all the history books and they can read in here. Believe me, Esau knows that the Bible is the most accurate book on the planet. They compare all of their history books. Forget about what they tell the Negro in this African stuff. They don't care about that. The real historians, they know where the real history is. That's why this book is in their possession. They ain't letting it go. The problem is that we figured out that it's for us. But everything is set up according to the history that's in this Bible. And if we come across it and bring this truth out 100%, they know that they're in trouble, because we are the people that the Most High is gonna work through. You understand? It ain't that Christianity stuff. The Most High's angels activate when we get inside this Bible and bring it out. And so that's what they're worried about, okay? Read that again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You had something?
Yes, sir.
Come
Yes,
on,
sir.
bring it out.
Read that again.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the fold, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
This is why the prophets have to put the pieces of the Bible back. Get Ezekiel 28. It says he would understand dark sentences. Bishop said this is talking about Babylon the Great. Read. Start at verse 2.
Ezekiel 28 and verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God.
It sounds just like it says in Thessalonians, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
Read.
In the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man.
It says, but this person that sits in the seat of God is a man. Read.
And not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God.
Here's the point.
Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
But it says Daniel had understanding of dark sentences and interpretations and knowledge and wisdom.
Dissolver of doubt.
Daniel had these things. He said that the kingdom, like Bishop brought out, would understand these things as well. Go ahead.
Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
You can't hide nothing from them. Go ahead, Bishop.
Here we go. We get ready to get it all in. Read that again in that Daniel, that 23rd verse.
Verse 23, and in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the fold,
Come on.
a king of fierce countenance
Babylon the Great,
and understanding dark sentences
they understand dark sentences. They're getting into parables and all of that.
shall stand up,
Shall stand up. That's what they're doing right now. Go ahead.
and his power shall be mighty.
And his power shall be mighty through Satan. That's what he's talking about. He gets his power through Satan. That's all over the Bible. It'll tell you about that in Thessalonians. It'll tell you that also in Revelation, okay? Whose coming is after the working of Satan. That's them, okay? In the book of Revelation, it says, and the great dragon gave him his power and seat and great authority. That's Satan again. So these people know why they deal with the demons, because they know that's them. Natural born killers, that's them. That they know that's their thing. They know that, okay? Read on.
And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power.
Because he gets his power from Satan. The wickedness in high places that Ephesians talk about, they're all that's connected. Go ahead.
And he shall destroy wonderfully.
And he shall destroy wonderfully in his churches. That's a good example. You got hundreds of thousands, millions of our people in Christianity, and they are being wonderfully destroyed to the point where they can't. You show them about Christ, and they can't acknowledge it. That's something else in the same Bibles that they have in the churches. You open, say, give me your Bible. Come here. You say, come here. Open it up and show it to them. And say, what did that say? And they can't say it. They start looking around like if Esau is looking at them, and Esau ain't even nowhere around them. You dig what I'm saying? Right. They feel the presence of Esau around them while them not even being there. Damn. They can't even talk to us.
Bishop.
That's showing you that's that witchcraft that's on them. Go ahead.
We was at Winston-Salem State HBCU yesterday.
Yes, sir.
The same thing.
Yeah.
This is college.
Exactly.
He could not acknowledge Christ. He just couldn't do it.
Even though you showed it to him in the Bible.
HBCU.
HBCU black.
Couldn't acknowledge. I said, Lord have mercy. It was.
That's how bad it is.
Wonderful.
That's what we're talking about. Destroyed wonderfully. Read on.
And his power shall he be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall
read that again. And his power what?
Not by his own power.
Go ahead.
And he shall destroy wonderfully.
Go ahead.
And shall prosper.
And he shall prosper through Christianity and lies. That's how he's prospering, because he's got millions of our people's minds gummed up in those lies. Go ahead.
And practice.
And he will practice that thing. Practice the witchcraft that he's doing. Go ahead.
And shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
And that's exactly what they intend to do, like they're destroying the many of our people that's in these churches. I just use that as a baseline, because there's many other avenues of how they have our people messed up. Okay? You had something, Eli? Looked like you were looking at something.
Oh, no, Bishop, it's a lot in there.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a lot.
You want to? Well, you can bring out, because I'm getting ready to move on to something else.
No,
Go ahead.
Bishop.
No. Bring it out. Bring it out. Don't leave out nothing.
I think you already it's brought. It's brought.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Verse 25.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper.
He shall cause witchcraft to prosper. He shall cause Christianity, all the things that got our people's minds messed up. And a lot of people are bound in their sins, bound in wickedness, bound where they can't even see. You show them the scriptures. You show them what this is about. Show them that Christ is black. Show them that they are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and they can't see it. Bound. Read.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Go ahead.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
He calls himself a man of peace, but he's destroying whole families. He destroys the minds, the families, everything. Look at the result. Forget about this, like Malcolm used to say. Forget about his words. He got a whole lot of nice sounding words. Look at the condition of your people. That tells you the result of their peace talks. It means to be on. It means to make you the absolute bottom, destroyed people. That's the whole point in that prosperous destruction.
Bishop, it's everything you bringing out is showing. If they had divine intervention for them to become as powerful as they were, as they are, that's why the Lord said, "I have to come and deal with them."
We getting ready to give it. We getting ready to get into that right about now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
no,
sir.
no. Go ahead and say it.
No, that was the
warming
point.
it up.
That was the point. The point I'm as you reading it, I'm saying that's divine, and the beast had to come in and give them they had to give them that power. They couldn't do that on their own. They're dealing with the holy people. So if Satan had to come in and give them power, the Lord said the only way to defeat, I created Satan. I got to deal with him.
Exactly. And that's what we're about to read. Read the rest of that 25. And he shall stand up.
And he shall stand up. No, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many.
Christianity.
He shall also stand up against the prince of
this
princes.
Same beast, America, is going to stand up against who?
The prince of princes.
This man is going to stand up against Jesus the Christ. Christ's going to make them fight him. That's the war that the Most High is bringing. So I bring that up for a few reasons, for a couple of reasons at least. This is the war that the Lord is going to bring against our enemies. We don't have the power to fight this man on that level. The only thing that the Lord requires for us to do, like we read in the beginning, is to keep his commandments in the faith of his Son, our Savior, the Christ. He said, you do that? He said, wait ye upon me. I'm going to destroy your enemies. You just do what I need you to do, so when I come to collect you and bring you into your kingdom, you will already fit the bill. You already fulfill your requirements. That's what we need to be doing, okay? It's all right to know about all of these things, but make sure that our spiritual houses are intact, okay? He shall what?
He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
But he, our enemy, Esau, and all of the rulership shall be broken without hand. What hand is it talking about? The hand of Christ. That's what it's talking about. He shall be broken by the power that Christ is going to bring. Not us. Christ is going to do this man in. And that's what we're about to see now. There's elements of that thing coming out in the news now. And they're trying to figure it out. Let's talk about it. Give me the book. Well, give me the video. Hold it. I skipped some things. You know what? I got to show this. I'm going to show you. I got to do this. I wasn't going to do this, but I got to do it. I had a video up there where you had Trump sitting with a group of people. Yeah, that one right there. Before you play it, they were talking about, everybody's familiar with what happened. What's his guy named? Charlie Kirk. That got, he got assassinated. That's the word that's on the news. So something of that magnitude. So Trump is talking about it, and they made the point that they caught the guy, young dude, 22 years old, young white boy. So that's good. They caught him, because you don't need to be having that kind of thing out here. Again, I will make the point to say that we don't advocate any acts of violence or anything at all. So you will not hear IUIC praising or celebrating or anything of that nature on these events. That's not what we're doing. Okay. Right. So, but I wanted to play this clip here because this right here just shows you how destroyed our people are. I just had to do it. It was a very small clip from a news clip. I couldn't believe it. I just had to do it. Hit the button. This is Fox News. You had Trump sitting, and you have a couple of other people that's co-hosts of this Fox program. But hit the button.
What can you share with us about his ideology?
Yeah, Lars, let me just, and by the way, Lars is doing a good job. What's going on?
Job, yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you,
I said you were going to do well. Yeah.
Did y'all, wait a minute, wait. Did y'all get that? Yeah. Whoa. Back that up again. The black man asked him a question and said something, whatever the situation was. And Trump basically dealt with him like he's a daggone dog. Like he's like, damn, it's bad. It's bad. He took all of the he emasculated him completely in this clip. Completely neutered him, spaded him. Y'all now people might be thinking I'm being harsh. Now that's my brother. But I got to say what it is. It is what it is. Look at the demeanor, and it is what it is. But look how Trump dealt with him. Hit it again.
What can you share with us about his ideology?
Yeah, Lars, let me just, and by the way, Lars is doing a good job. What's going on?
Stop. He says to his other white constituents, this pet is doing a great job. You got to see.
Right.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. It's like, do y'all approve of how he is? Yeah. I mean, you can't say that that's not what's being said here. Right. And just totally emasculated this man on live television. Damn. Hit it again.
I'll tell you what, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you,
I said you were going to do well.
He said, I told you he would do well. Damn. I wasn't gonna play this because I know people upset with me bringing this out because this is bad for this to happen. Hit it again one more time. One more time.
What can you share with us about his ideology?
Yeah, Lars, let me just, and by the way, Lars is doing
I'm sorry. The black man, because you had Edomites speaking earlier about where this man get his mindset from and this and that and the other. So then the black man said, well, let me get in. Let me ask an intelligent question about the ideology of this dude of such and such. And when he speaks, Trump basically cuts him off. Don't even let him really ask the question.
Damn.
Back it up. I didn't even need the rest of it. All I needed was this. Hit it. I'm going to let it go after this.
What can you share with us about his ideology?
Yeah, Lars, let me just, and by the way, Lars is doing a good job. What's going on?
Job. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you,
I said you were going to do well.
Damn. That's it. You don't need to go no further than that.
You got a good boy here.
Damn. That's bad. That's really bad. That's bad. I'm sorry. That was not good. That was not good at all. That was not good at all. But this is the reason why we need Christ to save us, so that we don't be victims of foolishness like this here. You understand? Yeah. Because somewhere in his mind, I know when he got home, he said, "Look how this damn man dealt with me." But you can't say nothing because that's the president. You just got to sit there and just eat it. Yeah. But the other Edomites, they didn't get that kind of treatment. It's basically said, you better be glad you even sitting on this couch with us. That's basically the attitude.
That's right.
You understand?
Yes,
and
sir.
that's how we feel sometimes, because this is not our kingdom. That's what we got to recognize. We have to get ourselves prepared for our own kingdom where we can really be a real man.
And Bishop, he on Fox News. That's a conservative channel. So a lot of our people, they don't like Fox News.
No.
So he got disrespected on Fox
News. On Fox News.
And black people like, that's good. Some black people, that's good for you.
That's DEI right
there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
And that's what he did.
Yeah. God, he's saying you're just here because we need a colored face.
Damn.
But you are doing a good job.
Wow.
That's what Trump
I didn't even
did,
thought. I forgot. He was the DEI thing.
Yeah,
so he hit him on the leg like, that's what you do to a woman.
She's talking too much.
You just like, hey,
All right,
baby, calm down.
That's right.
It's like that. Not really.
We appreciate
somebody might think that I would do women like that. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
But you get the point.
Yeah,
You don't do no man like that, damn it. You don't do no man like that. Shoot. Damn. Nah.
CJ? That's CJ.
Yeah, man. Come on. All right.
Damn.
Lord have mercy. Show me. I had a showed a screenshot. I had a screenshot. Now we just read in Daniel 8:25, and it said that he shall stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. That's what we want to get into now, because, like I said, and this is the fifth headline, and we could pay attention to a little bit of this headline, because it does pertain to us particularly. But not only that, not only does it pertain to us particularly, it again points to what I was saying earlier, is that if our souls are not right with Christ and our spirits are not right, then even this particular subject will be a detriment to us. We're going to get wiped out by what we're about to bring out right now. Show it up.
UFO hearing. Witness claims we were seconds away from World War III in shocking testimony.
Wow.
He shall be broken without hand. UFO hearings. Now, you know what I like about what I'm about to bring out now? Because you had people that was trying to discredit the quote-unquote UFO phenomena, stuff like that. They were trying to say it was fake, stuff like that, you know. And you're going to hear a whole lot of stuff. I'm gonna let these videos play now. Now we're getting ready to get some excitement going on.
Yes, sir.
But you're going to find out that this is in the Bible. Let's read it out the Bible first. Let's read that again. Then we're going to play some videos. I know we like videos, right? We like videos. Well, I'm going to give you videos today.
UFO hearing. Witness claims
UFO hearing. Witnesses claim, go ahead.
We were seconds away from World War III in shocking testimony.
In shocking testimony. That's what we're about to hear. Shocking testimony. Now, this is a screenshot of the video that I'm about to show. Read that. Yes, read all that.
The U.S. House Oversight Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets.
Of federal secrets. Secrets. Go ahead.
Held a hearing Tuesday into UAP, unidentified anomalous phenomena, in which 4 witnesses provided shocking testimony.
They provided shocking testimony. Now, I'm going to say this here. Could we find I think did I send a thumbnail of I didn't send it. Alternative 3. I'm only just going to mention this. There's a small piece of video that I wanted to show from that. But just look for a thumbnail of Alternative 3. Let me see it on the board before you put it up there, because there was a thumbnail. I thought I sent it to y'all. No. I mean, look for it online. It's not on the group. I didn't send it to y'all. I thought I did, but I didn't. Let me just do it. Say something, brother. Say something, because they'll be all day looking for it. Let me get what they need.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's get it.
The testimony of Jesus, because one of the things that
you're going too far back.
I was just thinking about that, because in order to actually have the testimony of Jesus, the 2 main things of which he taught were that we love the Lord with all our heart, mind, and soul, and our brother. So those of us who hate our brother or have hatred towards our own people, whether it be different camps or people outside looking at us and have hatred, that's not the testimony of Jesus. You're not the ones that's going to make it. You have to have love for your neighbor in your heart.
Okay, yes, I sent it to you.
You got it, Bishop?
Yes, sir. Show that. This right here, we talked about this many years ago, way back in the old school and all that. Some of the brothers that way back then, they remember this. But I wanted to find this particular thumbnail because they tried to discredit it by saying that it was an April Fool's prank. This particular thing here. Many people that's watching this program now probably have no idea why I put this up here. You can actually go look it up. This is just a 15-minute clip, but there's a clip that's about 51 minutes, almost an hour. That's the one you need to watch. And they basically say the massive conspiracy exposed by British television. Okay, so this was the actual. This guy. They use actors to recreate the events of the Apollo flights and all of that. That's what this thing was about. Okay, so it says an April Fool's prank that was too real because it wasn't no damn prank. It really went down, and they use people to play the parts of the astronauts, different reporters and all of that. So when you go back and check it out, they said it was not fiction. As a matter of fact, there was this man, Edomite, that wrote this book called Beyond the Pale Horse. He talked about this in a section called Top Secret. And, you know, what the whole book is said is top secret. There's a section in there, I meant to bring that they made the point of saying that because it was put out by Anglia Television over there in England. And it was about about astronauts going out there in outer space and seeing things, and they were forbidden to speak about them. So when they aired it, they said they aired it on April the 1st, and they said it was done as a prank. But in reality, according to the book, the man said this said that the name of the program was called Science Report. It was never a fictional program. But by the time they told it to America, they made America believe that it was a fictional program when it was never fictional. Hence the name Science Report. What's fictional about that? That was the name of the program that aired it.
Wow.
Okay, so that's what it was about. So I wanted to put that up there because what we're about to show you from CBS News. Y'all all right? CBS News is going to confirm some of the stuff that's in this thing what they were trying to say was bull crap. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Go back to the other things. I wanted to say that first, brothers and sisters. Just ride with me. We're coming into the home stretch.
UFO hearing. Witness claims we were seconds away from World War III. Shocking testimony.
Okay. Now, let's see. Did I have a video? And let me get back to my things here. Okay, the link. Not that link. Let's see. Yeah. There was is this the one? Click that one. Let's see. Yes, that's it right there. Showed it on the screen. We got to, and now listen to me. We got to talk through it because I know they be messing with us. But I got to let all this play. Hit the button.
This is not science fiction or creating speculation. This is about national security, government accountability, and the American people's right to the truth.
This was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. You cannot see that drone.
Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiggins?
Nothing to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
I prefer to answer that in a skiff.
I have heard about.
He said, wait. He said he preferred to, what did he say?
I prefer to
answer that because you will be put to death. And that's what the film that I was talking about, they talked about that in there.
Wow.
He said, I can't talk. He said, because I've seen them looks. I know how they look at you if you get to talking too much. When they bring these astronauts back down, they have to debrief them and they don't want to talk because they get in trouble. Now, this is far-fetched now. A lot of people think, right? But it's in the Bible. Let's jump to the Bible real quick. Give me the book of Ezekiel chapter 1. Let's read it out the Bible. Let's line it up.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 4.
There you go.
And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding in itself.
Hold it. Give me Zechariah first. Give me Zechariah chapter 5.
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes.
So Ezekiel saw the chariots. You also had that written in the book of Kings when Elijah was taken up. I believe I'm right? Elijah was taken up. Elijah was taken up. And Elisha said, what did he say? My father, my father. What did he say? He said, the chariots of Israel.
Yes, sir. Yes,
because
sir.
they took him up, and he saw that. So it's literally said it in there. The chariots of Israel came and took him up. Okay? Now, read. Where am I at?
This is Zechariah 5 and 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll.
A flying roll. Okay, go ahead.
And he said unto me, what seest thou?
What do you see, Zechariah?
And I answered, I see a flying roll.
Come on.
The length thereof is 20 cubits.
Go ahead.
And the breadth thereof 10 cubits.
So that's the size of it. Go ahead.
Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
So the Most High is going to send a curse that's going to go out over the planet Earth, and Zechariah is seeing this thing. Go ahead.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to
So
it.
it's on one side of the ship was written words, everyone that stealeth shall be cut off. So that's written on the ship that Zechariah saw. Everyone that stealeth shall be cut off. That's on the ship. So that's what Esau is seeing, because he's a major thief. He stole every damn thing, and it's coming to him. Read.
And everyone.
This is what the Bible meant when it said he shall be broken without hand, because he can't do nothing with this. So again, my point is, I got to reiterate it. We want to be on the right side of Christ when he brings his power. That's the point of why I'm bringing this here. We got to get that inner battle subdued before we can win on the outside. That's the reason why I titled it that way. We got to fix this so that when Christ and the angels do what they need to do, we'll be found in the good graces because we fit his requirements. Like he said, what does the Lord require of thee? That means we're going to be taken up with him. But if we're not, we're going to be liquefied by those very same brothers in them ships. Read that again.
Zechariah chapter 5 and 3. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Read.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side.
So it's talking about a major thief. The white man he stole the whole planet. Go ahead.
And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off.
They call themselves Christians and they call themselves Jews, swearing that they're the people of the Most High when the Lord said that you're the devils that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
So they're saying that they're the Israelites. They're saying that they're the Jews. Meanwhile, we're the real Jews, and they're sullying us every moment they get. That's what you call major swearing. Read that statement again.
And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it.
So on one side was written about the thievery, and the other side of the ship was written about the swearing, lies on us. That's what's written on this ship, on this flying roll. Go ahead.
I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts. And
I, God, will bring it forward, said the Lord of hosts. Come on.
And it
go ahead.
Shall enter into the house of the thief.
It shall enter into the American space lines. It shall enter where his astronauts are. It shall enter into his no-fly zones. It's going to come do all that. Go ahead.
And into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
That's crystal clear. You're calling yourselves Jews and Christians. The Most High said, I'm going to bring them chariots right there, and you ain't going to be able to do a damn thing about them but lie. Wow. That's what he's saying. That's the beautiful thing there. So the Most High got it. All we got to do is just be in perfect line with him. So that's it on that, right?
And it shall remain in the midst of his house.
And they can't get rid of him. Nope. And it shall remain there. He's trying to get rid of him. With his NASA programs, space this and that, space warfare. They got all kinds of programs trying to stop it, and they can't stop it. Go ahead.
And shall consume it with the timber thereof.
So my point is, brothers and sisters, you ain't got to worry about them sending troops here, sending troops there. Listen, the Most High got stuff happening in the galactic areas that's getting ready to flip this whole scene.
The real star.
The real thing getting ready to go down.
Right. They be talking about pull up. The Lord says, I'm already pulled up.
The Lord about to spin the
It's about to really, we are in it now. It's about to really go down, down, down. Read.
And it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
Come on.
And it shall remain in the midst of his house.
Read.
And shall consume it.
And shall what?
Consume it.
Shall consume this whole system. Go ahead.
With the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
With missile warfare. With angels shooting fire beams and all that. That's what it's talking about. Tearing this whole system up. That's what the angels are going to do. And shall consume it with the timber thereof. There more?
That was it.
Okay. Now, go to no.
Oh.
Give me Thessalonians. Let's prove what it said. It's Thessalonians 2:8. The verse where it said, then shall that wicked be revealed. That's what it's talking about again. I'm just bringing these parts out so that you'll know what's coming down the line.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8.
So we need to get this battle within us solved before we can get to the outer battle. Come on.
And then shall that wicked be revealed.
Well, them angels, them saucers. Go ahead.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Didn't we just read that earlier? And he shall consume it with the timber thereof. And he shall do what?
consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Go ahead.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Those angels are coming with them bright beams to destroy this whole system, to destroy the whole land. Give me Isaiah 13 and 5. This is what it's also talking about. Isaiah 13 and 5.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They come from a far country.
Go ahead.
From the end of heaven.
The weapons, the Most High, when Christ come back with them angels, missile warfare is going to be happening at the same time. Come on.
Even the Lord.
Even the Lord and them chariots. Go ahead.
And the weapons of his indignation.
The Lord caused all of these countries to build weapons, and they're going to shoot them at each other. Go ahead.
To destroy the whole land.
Is there an S on that word?
No, sir.
Land, meaning Babylon the Great, America. The Most High is going to set 100% of it on fire. Who's doing this? The Most High. Not us, the Most High. Not us, the Most High, the Bible. That's what the Most High is saying he's going to do. Now, give me Ezekiel. Did we finish Thessalonians? Did we finish that verse in Thessalonians?
We read 8.
Did you read all of 8?
Yes, sir. That was 8.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, come back to Ezekiel 1.
Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north.
This is talking about them chariots again. Go ahead.
A great cloud, and a fire enfolding in itself.
And a fire. These chariots got fire folding in themselves as they come in. You can't even imagine that. Come on.
And a brightness.
You know, I need some of that artwork that Bishop used to draw these things.
Right.
He showed one of the angels who had 4 faces on it and all that.
Right. In the movie in Independence Day, when it pushes through and the clouds start to roll like that.
Right.
It was able to shoot the fire.
Right, exactly.
And
they were showing stuff like that, going all the way back to Close Encounters. They were showing it stuff like that. Close Encounters of the third kind. They were showing stuff in there.
That's like
which
the
is letting you
60s,
know
right?
that they way back. They've been knowing about what we reading here. That's why they've been setting up space warfare and antimatter guns and all types of madness out there. All this NORAD space madness. That's what they're trying to do. Stop the angels.
Bishop, I looked up about that movie Independence Day. Those ships in the movie, when you look it up, they're called the Harvesters.
Wow.
That's right, it is. Yep.
Wow. Hey. Read on. Where we at?
Ezekiel 1 and 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding in itself, and a brightness.
I had to give a moment to why you mentioned harvester. I had to think for a moment. Somebody probably say, "Yeah, Bishop was thinking about that," because in the parable where the Christ come out with the reapers,
right.
That's what it's talking about. Because they come in to reap, and it said, "For the harvest is ripe, thrust in the sickle." Right. That's what it's talking about. Mm-hmm. And they put that in the movie. They call it harvesters.
The ships
see
are
what
called
I'm saying?
harvesters.
You see that? That's telling you that Esau be making mockery out of our intelligence.
Right.
He's putting stuff in the movie saying that I know it's Bible, but I'm going to play with you Negroes because y'all don't know anything. This is about your own salvation. Then they're going to get Will Smith to punch the alien, the quote-unquote alien in the face. Damn. Ain't that something? Talking about some Independence Day. That's the mockery that they do.
And Bishop, most of the movies that's coming out is about outer space invasion. That's what the theme. It was years ago in New York. It was me, Deacon Isaac, and Deacon Arthur. Went to the movies, Bishop. Mm-hmm. We were watching one of them UFO type movies, and we were cheering in the movie theater when America was losing.
Yeah. So they look back at you. Throw these guys out.
They're looking at us like, what the hell?
All of a sudden, the spotlights came on.
We all like, all praises.
Y'all in the dark. All of a sudden, the spotlights came on.
Right.
The movie was ruined.
Yes.
Who let these guys in?
Right. We was watching Transformers. That's the name of the movie.
Man,
and then when they lost, they showed the Angels lose.
Oh man!
Then they started cheering against us. I said, "Oh damn! Okay, I see." Yep. But Esau put that in there like America's going to win. No,
he needs to see how many people are still dumb. That's the reason why he put these movies out. Okay, read on. Let's get through this thing. I got to get this video going.
Yes, sir. And a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
4 living creatures. These are the angels. Come on.
And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man.
Hold it. These angels had the likeness of a man. Now jump down. The bottom part of verse 7.
And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
Black men. They had the appearance of a man, and what it said, they looked like burnt brass. Black men, angels. That's what's coming back for us. Y'all like that, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Give me verse 20.
So they wasn't green. But
No. They were black men. Show them images. That's what they were, black men.
Dang.
Give me verse 20.
Verse.
I had some other verses in here too, but let's see.
That's a good one. Verse.
Yeah, read verse 20.
Verse 20. Whithersoever the Spirit was to go, they went.
Hold it. That's showing you the speed of these chariots. Read that again.
Whithersoever the Spirit was to go, they went.
These chariots went. Let me explain what that means. We're sitting here, right? We've been overseas. We've been to, let's name a country where we travel to.
Madagascar.
Madagascar. That's not around the corner.
No.
The moment, can you imagine a scene when you was in Madagascar? When you was there, what picture can you come to your mind?
When we was doing the march.
Okay, when we were doing the march, you see the march in your mind right now, right? That's how fast the angels travel.
Damn.
The moment they could think, wherever the Spirit led them in their mind, their bodies went.
Instantaneous.
That's what this is talking about. If I can vision Mauritania, if I can vision Madagascar, if I can visit Sierra Leone in my mind, that's how fast I can get there.
Ultra instinct.
Ultra instinct. That's what this is talking about. Read that verse again.
And verse 20.
Yes.
Whithersoever the Spirit was to go.
Wherever the Spirit was to go, there's no physics. The physics can't apply to a spirit. Spirits can move like that, like your thought. Your thought is a spirit. Whoop, you there. You ain't got to worry about no turbulence or nothing. You there, boom. Wheresoever the Spirit went, go ahead.
They went.
The bodies, the chariots went.
Thither was their spirit to go, and the wheels were lifted up over against them. For the spirit of the living creature was in the wheels.
Was in the chariots. So wherever the Spirit lead them to go, they are there at the speed of thought.
That happened to Habakkuk. He said, go to Babylon.
Yes.
He grabbed his black head.
And boom, and he was there.
Right.
Wow. Bam.
And Bishop, Esau's fast, they say they fastest is Mach 3, the blackbird jet. Yeah. This ain't Mach 3.
This ain't Mach nothing.
This ain't Mach.
We about to have some fun now.
Right.
All right, let's get to the videos. Play it. Hit it. Just carry on right there. Go ahead.
Wiggins.
Nothing to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
Oh, back it up a little bit. Back it up, because you're going to see a scene where the U.S. military shot at it. Dang. They shot at it. Go ahead.
Wiggins.
Back it up, brothers. Back it up. Back it up.
Nothing?
Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
MQ.
Yeah,
just there you go. Let's go.
9 drone tracking an orb or this object off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. You cannot see that drone.
Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blog thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiggins?
Wow. Nothing to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
I prefer to answer that in a skiff.
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see.
Pause it. I wanted y'all to hear these parts here.
A bank of videos.
A bank. So they've been collecting videos way back from the 60s when they started those Apollo flights. That's what I was saying earlier with the thing with the film.
Right.
They've been having these films, but they said we cannot allow the public to see them.
They got terabytes of footage.
Yeah, so terabytes of footage. And this particular thing that they're speaking about now was actually last year. It just got leaked out just a week ago. So this is new. This is in the news now. Let me read something.
That's heavy right there.
CBS News 24/7 is the premier anchored streaming news service from CBS News and stations that is available free to everyone with access to the internet. So this is what they were saying. This is CBS News that brought this up, this thing here. I just trimmed it off so that y'all can see it. Reaction to the shocking video of U.S. missile launch bouncing off UFO. New video shows a U.S. missile bouncing off of the UFO off of the coast of Yemen last year. CBS News, Charlie D. Agata breaks it down. So this is not comic books.
No.
This is CBS News bringing this out. So I have to say that to shut all mouths. The white man said it now. So there you go. Hit the button.
Though there are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally some of that stuff gets out in the wild and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's
you do know. You do know. But that's all right. You don't know, but you do know.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the part of what you hear. Yeah. He said, hold on.
That's the one. I caught it.
I mean, back that up just a little bit right there. I got to let this stuff play, man. Go ahead.
I don't know, but that's...
Bishop.
Go ahead.
Right. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah,
Stop. Wait a minute. So the daggone missile, what they shot at it, blew up in pieces of it. The ship grabbed those and took it with it.
It's like it cleaned the air, too. He said no fallout. That's crazy. Wow. You can't beat this. Oh, no.
And the Most High allowed these things to happen to mess their minds up. Go ahead, play the rest of it, man. There's some good stuff here.
The hell is that? The public has been told over and over since the late 40s, there's nothing to worry about here. These mysterious craft seen by millions of people in the skies, in the oceans, over the land, are not real. They're not a threat. The witnesses are wrong. They're crackpots. Don't believe it. That changed for me. What got me hooked is the paper trail. Documents that were squeezed out of the U.S. government after the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, became the law of the land. And those documents paint a much different picture than what the public, the press, and Congress have been told over many years. The documents from military and intelligence personnel behind closed doors admit that, quote, these things are real. They're not fictitious. They can fly in formation. They're evasive, and they outperform any aircraft known to exist.
That's what we just read in Ezekiel. So the Bible is real, stupid. The Bible is real. What that man is describing is exactly what we just read.
Right.
Go ahead. Play on.
The public, of course, as I said, has been told something much different. Back in 1989, I reported about a guy named Bob Lazar, who claimed that he worked at a facility dubbed S4 out in the Nevada desert, very near to Area 51. He said he was part of a reverse engineering program. He said there are alien craft that will be taken apart to figure out how they operated out there. It's been widely reported and suspected that Lockheed Martin is one of the contractors, the defense contractors, that has held this stuff, stored it away in secrecy, and tried to figure out how it works. We had managed to get inside of it. It had no wings, no rotor,
So wait. So wait. According to what they're saying, the Most High allowed them to have a little piece of it, for them to mess around and tinker with it, to know what kind of technology you get ready to mess with. So that's what is happening now. Go ahead.
It had no fuel tanks. They didn't know how it flew or how it was operated. It clearly looked like it was aerodynamic.
So that goes back to what you read in Ezekiel.
The spirit was in
the
wheel.
The spirit is moving. The thing, they had no fuel, no propellers, nothing to make it move. How in the hell is this thing flying and doing what it's doing? Yeah. Because the spirit is making the move. Go ahead. Hit the button.
Not ours. It wasn't ours. We didn't make it. We didn't know who made it and how it was built and how it operated. A lot of this stuff. Hold on.
Damn. He said they can't explain it because we don't have nothing in our thinking that could even cut close to anything like this.
Damn.
That's what he said. Now, hold on. I gotta jump out of this. I gotta come back to this. I gotta let videos roll. Go to the alternative 3. There was a video. Did I send a video to y'all? Did it finally go up? It should be that next to the last one. Yes. Go to that. Let me see it over here. I'm going to move right to the spot because I ain't got a lot of time. He said that we don't have nothing that could deal with that. He said, we done checked it out. Yeah, that's the film there. So slide it up. I would like to play all of this, but I ain't got time for that. Slide it up, slide up. When they get, so what happened was, you know what? I got to let it play. I'm sorry. I got to let it play. Come on, start it. Hit it. So that's when they went out there in the space. That's what they're showing. This is from Alternative 3, this so-called April Fool's thing. This is what they're showing here. This is in that film that I was telling y'all to look at. Hit the button.
Hey, listen, do you hear this constant beat we have here now?
Affirmative. We have it.
What is it? You had some explanation for that.
We have none. Don't worry. Continue your program.
Oh, boy, it's really something super fantastic here. You could never imagine this.
Roger. We know about that. Could you go the other way? Go back the other way.
Well, that's kind of rich and pretty spectacular. My God, what is that there? That's a island. What the hell is that?
Go tango. Tango.
There's kind of light there now.
Roger, we got it.
So basically what's happening, you can turn it down for a second because I want to explain what's happening so we can keep the film going. The astronauts are seeing things that they, just like those men that was talking in that committee. They said, we seeing stuff that just don't add up. And they said, we understand that. Keep on the mission. He said, but he can't stop talking about it. So they basically said, listen, man, don't you know that everybody on Earth is listening to you? Go to another channel. That's what they're going to tell them here. Hit the button.
Bravo Tango, Bravo Tango.
Back it up, back it up, back it up. Y'all missed the point.
Select your limit. Go tango. Tango.
There's kind of light there now.
Yes.
Go tango.
Roger, we got it. We've marked it. Lose communication.
Lose communication.
Bravo Tango.
Bravo Tango. Jezebel. Code words. So basically, get off the main line. That's what he was telling them.
But this is unbelievable.
You won't shut up. So now move on further. Move on
Bravo
further.
Tango. A forming on Earth hinged for.
Okay, hold. This is the actor that was playing the astronaut. Okay, they call him Bob Groden. Hit the button.
To be edited later. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me in Boston?
Yeah, go ahead.
Groden showed no reluctance to discuss the breakdown he'd suffered after his return from space.
Stop. He suffered a breakdown because the stuff that he saw there made him go crazy.
His cogitations
agitated and messed him up. Go ahead.
But nothing remarkable seemed likely to come from the interview until I asked this question. It's been suggested, among others, by some very responsible people, that you, all of you on the Apollo program, saw far more out there than you've been allowed to admit publicly. Would you like to comment on that suggestion?
What the hell are you trying to do to me? Can I ask you that? What the hell are you trying to do to me?
Well, I was only trying to...
You trying to screw me? Is that what you're trying to do? You trying to screw me? Like that dumb
All right,
bastard
now moving forward, because he got paranoid because he was actually talking about somebody else that went to talk too much and they bugged him out. So now let's move on further. Y'all can watch it. Okay, now, so basically what happened, the satellite cut off, so the interview was over. So now they say, well, we're going to look for him and see if we can catch him later and finish this interview. So that's what you're about to hear now. Hit the button.
But starting with the few leads I had, I was brought eventually to the remote bungalow where he now lived.
So they caught up with him.
Oh,
so moving on up. I'm just speeding these things up. So moving on up. I want to get to when they start talking.
Michael, baby.
Move on up when they get in the house. Okay, here we go. Now, just for point of reference, stop it for a second. That black guy that's sitting there, he actually worked for Science Report. His name is Colin Benson. That's what they did. So he played himself. So he actually worked with this quote-unquote fictional thing, okay, which shows you that was BS. He actually worked for it. That's what they say in the credits. But hit the button. So now he's sitting there. He want to get the rest of what was not allowed. So he said, let me come over. Maybe we could talk without no camera, just a little camera, whatever. But so hit it. Listen.
Tell us about Valentine.
Well, what I remember with Valentine is he showed up at NASA with some tape that he made. And he got pretty damn excited when they played it back in that jukebox.
Jukebox?
Or the decoder. I mean, you can pick up the signal if you got the equipment, but you can't unscramble that.
Well, without NASA's equipment?
That's right. And some young guy helped him do it.
That's the young kid that they bugged out.
Was it this man?
He said, damn, that's him.
Yeah,
I know I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, it looks like him. But are you sure you don't want bourbon?
No, it's fine. What you're saying is that Valentine was killed because of what he discovered on that tape.
Well, I'm saying nothing. I just saw the way that those guys looked at him, and I know those looked because they looked at me the same way.
Those guys?
Come on, get a real drink, will you?
He said, listen, man, we got to get drunk. So moving on up. I'm skipping parts because I want to, I got more to bring out right here. So right there when the camera changed. Now he said, tell me, will you tell us what's happening? Well, a whole hour later, he still didn't get to it because he's nervous. Hit it.
Well, what did happen out there?
What happened out there? Listen.
Well, we had kind of a big disappointment. We didn't get there first.
We did not get there first.
What do you mean?
Those later Apollos, they're just a smoke screen to cover up what's really going on out there. And the bastards, they didn't even tell us. Nothing.
Well, what is going on?
Well, how the hell should I know? You asked the Pentagon, you phoned the Kremlin?
They mentioned the Pentagon and the Kremlin because they both had a joint mission in space during that time. Go ahead.
I mean, you don't think they just gave up, do you? Give up? I'm not a drink. You want a drink? No,
Bob, you got to tell me, what is going on? I mean, what did you see?
3 hours later.
Yeah.
Well, we came down the wrong place. And it was crawling. Maybe we were on it like a milk run.
You're talking about men from Earth?
Listen.
You think that they need all that crap down in Florida to get two guys up there on a bicycle? The hell they do. You know why we're there? To give them a good PR story for all the hardware they're shooting out into space. And we're nothing. And Christ, we're nothing.
Okay, that's it. The point that he said, go back to the other video. I need to right at the part where that man started talking about right there. He said, do you think that, because he was saying, what, these men from Earth, where are they from? And he said, do you think that these beings that we saw out there, you think they need all that crap out there in Cape Canaveral? He called the whole NASA program a bicycle. He said to put two men up there on a bicycle. In other words, the technology that he saw out there made all of NASA look like a bike. That's what he just said. So now, go back to Mr. Knapp from CBS, on CBS.
He ain't napping no more.
Yes, go ahead. He ain't laughing no more. So when they say they got it hidden, this is what they talking about. Talking about lies and April Fool. No, and the Bible confirms it. Come on, give me.
Our servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally some of that stuff gets out in the wild and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that? The public has been told over and over since the late 40s, there's nothing to worry about here. These mysterious craft seen by millions of people in the skies, in the oceans, over the land, are not real. They're not a threat. The witnesses are wrong. They're crackpots. Don't believe it. That changed for me. What got me hooked is the paper trail. documents that were squeezed out of the U.S. government after the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, became the law of the land. And those documents paint a much different picture than what the public, the press, and Congress have been told over many years. The documents from military and intelligence personnel behind closed doors admit that, quote, these things are real. They're not fictitious. They can fly in formation. They're evasive, and they outperform any aircraft known to exist, including ours. The public, of course,
that's what that guy just said. He said these things can move around, make our stuff look like a bicycle. He basically said the same thing. Right. Go ahead.
That has been told something much different. You know, back in 1989, I reported about a guy named Bob Lazar, who claimed that he worked at a facility dubbed S4 out in the Nevada desert, very near to Area 51. He said he was part of a reverse engineering program. He said there are alien craft that will be taken apart to figure out how they operated out there. It's been widely reported and suspected that Lockheed Martin is one of the contractors, the defense contractors, that has held this stuff, stored it away in secrecy, and tried to figure out how it works. We had managed to get inside of it. It had no wings, no rotor, no tail. It had no fuel tanks. They didn't know how it flew or how it was operated. It clearly looked like it was aerodynamic. It's not ours. It wasn't ours. We didn't make it. We didn't know who made it and how it was built and how it operated. A lot of this stuff has been moved out of government. Sure. As you know, Rep. Burchett, it's been given to private contractors who stashed it away. They've had it for so long that there's nobody left inside government, or very few, who know where it is.
And they do that to keep us from FOIA, correct?
Yeah, it's to keep it from FOIA. And I think that the contractors who've had this stuff for a very long time set their own standards about who is allowed to know what. And it's a very small group that ever cracks that. There was an incident in October of 1982 over at ICBM base where UFOs popped up, was observed over this base where the missiles are pointed at us, United States. These UFOs perform incredible maneuvers. They split apart, they fuse back together, they'd appear and disappear, and right at the end of this 4-hour period, the launch control codes for the ICBMs lit up. Something entered the correct codes, the missiles were fired up and ready to launch, and they could not shut it down. The Russian officers were panicking. The UFOs they disappeared. The launch control system goes back to normal. Colonel Sokolov and his team came in, took the thing apart, could not figure out what it was. It wasn't a power surge or EMPs or some of the baloney excuses that our country has given for similar events involving our nuclear missiles. They thought it was a message from wherever the UFOs were from.
From God, that's where it was from. Keep playing.
That's a chilling thing. I mean, we were a couple of seconds away from World War III starting, and the UFOs were responsible for it.
Between 2003 and 2005, 5 UAP incidents occurred at Vandenberg Air Force Base, home to the National Missile Defense Project, a top national security priority. At the time, we were conducting launches deemed by the National Reconnaissance Office as the most important in 25 years. The incursions began on October 14, 2003, when Boeing contractors reported a massive glowing red square silently hovering over 2 missile defense sites. After several minutes, it drifted further east onto the base and vanished over the hills. This event, now known as the Vandenberg Red Square, was referenced by Representative Luna at the first hearing on this topic. Official Air Force records of this event are in possession by Aero and the FBI. Later that night, while I was on duty, security guards at a critical launch site reported a bright, fast-moving object over the ocean. I responded to the incident. Chaos ensued over the radio as the object approached rapidly. I heard my friends screaming, "It's coming right at us, it's coming right for us, and now it's right here." Moments later, I heard them say that it had shot off and was gone. When I arrived on scene, I talked to 5 shaken witnesses who described a massive triangular craft larger than a football field that hovered silently for about 45 seconds over their entry control point before shooting away at impossible speed. The witnesses to this event were threatened and intimidated afterward.
On the base, I lived in the barracks. There was a little smoke pit outside. I was there on the telephone and looking across to the flight line. and I see a white light pop up and stop about 100 feet in the air. I thought it was a weather balloon. The light then flies across the base, across the flight line, and as it flies to me, a triangle manifests around the light. I can't tell you if it's active camouflage. I can't tell you if it appeared around the light, but I can tell you that it was a white light, and then it was a triangle. It stopped about 100 feet in front of me and approximately 100 feet above me. My telephone got extremely hot, completely froze, dead. I remember how thick it was. It was between 1 to 2 stories thick, equilateral triangle. I could never see the top of it, and the edges were 90 degrees. There were 4 lights in total, 1 light on each corner, and a larger light in the center, 2 to 3 times the size of the corner lights. But what was really odd was the outside. The best way to describe it is like looking at a James Webb telescope picture where you have the colors and then the black background. So the craft itself was this black metallic flake paint, but on top of the craft was this gold lava, plasma, some type of fluid going over and around the craft. I'm under this for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then the center light flashes 2 to 3 times, no sound, immediately shoots up to commercial jet level minimum, in my opinion, and I immediately feel static electricity all over my body, and then I smell the smell of after a thunderstorm or lightning storm, that really strong summer thunderstorm smell.
And do you think that, in your opinion, that the equilateral triangle was the U.S. government's technology?
Here it comes.
I did once upon a time, but knowing what I know now, I'll have to answer that question in a skiff probably.
Well, my next question is, you teased us, so knowing what you know now means what?
I know enough to know that if you want an answer to that question, go to ERA. They have the answer.
Do you think it was a foreign government?
I do not.
Are you scared for your safety?
That's a complicated question. So being here today,
you can see it on his face.
If I say the wrong word, technically I can be charged with espionage. Espionage is a death penalty. Whistleblowers have faced it. John Kiriakou, for example.
Skipper said a man.
I am not scared for my physical safety in the sense of.
So listen. I'm gonna stop it here. We running out. I gotta stop here. I know this is getting good. It's getting good, but I just want to just close out by saying, with what's going on. With what the Most High got lined up to redeem us from the hand of our enemies. Give me that in Luke 1:68. I end up with this. It's best for us to deal with the battle within first. Then we can deal with the battle without. Because the battle without is going to be easy because Christ is going to help us deal with that. But what we need to do right now is get ourselves together, gather ourselves together, like the scriptures say. Read.
Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
I think the word visited got a little bit more pep to it. Right. He has visited, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. He shall enter and redeem us from the hand of our enemies. Read that thing on.
And hath raised up an horn of salvation
That's
for
the power that's coming when he say he's going to have light beams coming out of his arms when he come back. Go ahead.
For us.
For us, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. Come on.
In the house of his servant David.
Read.
And as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
We've always been the people of the Most High, the Israelites. Go ahead. 12 tribes. Read.
That we should be saved from our enemies.
That we, the 12 tribes of Israel, shall be saved from our enemies. Go ahead.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
So this deliverance is going to be spectacular. It's going to be beautiful when he does that. It's going to be beautiful. Give me one of them scriptures about the beauty. I got 1 minute left. Let me see. Give me one. How he going to deliver us? What you got?
I got Habakkuk 3.
Yeah, read that. Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Habakkuk 3. 3:18, is it?
Yes, sir.
Read.
Habakkuk chapter 3. Not 18. No.
What, 4? 16? It said he shall invade them.
Yes, that's 16. I got you. Habakkuk 3:16.
Read.
When I heard my belly trembled.
Yes, just like them Air Force men, they saw that stuff and they bugging out. You see how they were looking? They were looking terrified. Go ahead.
My lips quivered at the voice.
My lips quivered when I saw that daggone maneuvers and all that inside and out. Go ahead.
Rottenness entered into my bones.
That's what you saw on the screen. Esau is showing you rottenness because they looked and they saw that just like that film that we showed you, even though it was action, but it showed you in real life what you just saw with CBS. Rottenness entered into his bones. Go ahead.
And I trembled in myself.
And he trembled in himself. Read.
That I might rest in the day of trouble.
This is what we're going to say. When the Most High showed these prophets, showed Habakkuk, showed all of us, showed the ones of us that he's going to show this to. When we see those things, our cogitations were heavy because these things were way beyond our intelligence. Go ahead.
When he cometh up unto the people.
When he cometh up unto the people, come on, Christ and the angels. Go ahead.
He will invade them.
That's why it's entering into the house of the thief that stole everything. And he shall invade them
with his troops,
with his angels, with his chariots. He shall invade the thief that sweareth by falsely by the name of the Most High, calling themselves Jews and Christians and lying on the real Jews. He shall invade them with his troops, the Israelites. The angels coming back to save the Israelites. I put it like that.
That's right.
So, brothers and sisters, we hope you got a lot out of that. But remember, the main point of today's lesson was get yourselves right so that you can get the kingdom. That's the point. Deal with the battle within. The little stuff that we be messing with, talking about something, you can't put this down, you can't do that, can't do this. So get rid of that thing and get yourselves right according to the requirements of the Most High through his Son, Jesus Christ, with the mercy that he has given us. Let us repent and keep the commandments. Okay? Bring it out.
Don't neglect to give alms. Donate to IUIC Gastonia at iuic.gastonia.nc@israelunite.org. Also, the Booster Club at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org.
All praise to the Most High. I want to thank my crew, my brothers in the back, and also, like I said here, subscribe to the Bible, the Book of Our Fathers. Okay? Just remember, hit that bell and hit what are all the things that we need to hit? Hit the subscribe, share it.
QR code, all that
QR
good
code,
stuff.
all that thing. All right, brothers and sisters. So, Lord willing, next week we'll see you again, 6 p.m. Lord willing, Most High and Christ bless you. Wait a minute. I think we won't be here. I think we'll be tabernacles. Okay, so we'll have something for you in the meanwhile. So, all praise to the Most High. Shalom, Israel. Happy Sabbath. Stay in the Spirit.
Hey,
Happy
shalom.
Sabbath.
Most High and Christ bless.
Most High and
Happy
Christ
Sabbath.
bless.